Hey everybody, and welcome to something you should practice this weekend. This weekend, I want you to work on a little technique that pops up in fiddle tunes fairly regularly that I noticed my students having a lot of trouble with. And so I thought, let's get into it. And it's this thing. Or, so you might think of like Nail That Catfish to a Tree. Or Ragtime Annie. Right, like that. And that technique really throws people for a loop, which I totally understand. So I thought maybe this weekend we'd break it down and we could practice it a little bit. So let's do the one for the key of G first. But once you get the idea, it doesn't matter what key you do it in. You can, do any kind of double stop you want. So all right, so get this in tune, D3, add A1. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna do up on the 3 to get it started, and then add the A1. Back to D3, and then A open, back to D3 by itself, 1, 3, every time you play the higher string note, you're still keeping the D3 with it. And that's the key to giving it the more fiddly sound. So if you just do this, it doesn't have that same gritty fiddly sound to it. Now, in order to get it to go faster, you're gonna have to really shorten up the bow strokes, kind of keep it down, kind of where you can balance your bow, sort of the balance point on your bow, and it's mostly a wrist circle situation. So if I wanted to go really fast, right? So that's for Nail That Catfish to a Tree. Now the Ragtime Annie one is D2, so up bow, add A1, 2, open, 2, 1, 2, so down, up, so you have to have your bow going the right direction for that to work. So that first one, and then down. So when you do the higher note, that should be on the down bow. And then Catfish to a Tree, down, up. So I want you to practice that this weekend because it actually makes itself super useful as a little lick in terms of other fiddle tunes. And those are just 2 good examples of tunes that it actually is part of the tune itself, but you can use it and add it to other things to give it a little more, cool fiddle sound. And what do we talk about? All we want to do is sound cool. So this will make you sound cooler. I want you to work on that short bows, circle wrist, and let's see what we can do with those tunes. Happy fiddling, everybody, and have a great weekend.